In this video, I'm going to take you through an entire day of my live day trading. I'm going to show you inside my process and my strategy and how I'm thinking when I'm actually entering and exiting these trades, the real profit and losses that come with them, so you can basically watch and learn from my trading. Okay, today I'm coming off the best single week of my entire career day trading. So I'm gonna see if I can keep that going. Today I'm gonna be risking 2K per trade, and if all goes to plan, I should be able to hit my $10,000 daily goal if I'm able to execute properly and I have a winning day. But now it's time to get on the charts, find out, and you get to watch me try to do it. All right, so the first thing that I'm doing when I'm sitting down to trading sessions is setting up my monitors for everything that I need. So right here, I have TradingView. This is where I'm going to be doing my charting. This is my exchange over here where I'm going to be executing all of my trades. And then this is my trade journal. And then also I have my community Discord pulled up. This is where I'm sharing trade information. We're live trading with the private side of our team. And then over here on the left monitor, this is where I have a macro view of where the market is moving for the day. So I can get a general picture of where I think the bias is going to go, where I think the market is going to go. Then I'm going down to a lower time frame to try to find my strategy. Now, the strategy I'm going to be trading today is basically going to be me looking for what's called change of characters. So if we have a trend developing, as soon as we have a higher high in, say, a downtrend, put in right here, this is going to be my change of character. Then I'm going to be targeting what are called fair value gaps on the 1 minute, and I'm going to be trying to match that up with higher time frame 15-minute fair value gaps on this side here. So basically, I'm trying to play into reversals in trends, find really good high impact momentum areas, and then trade into that for the day. Keep the losses small with the 2K risk and allow the winners to run. So now we're going to see how the market responds out of the gate once the New York Open happens, see what our analysis is showing us, and hopefully get into trade number one. All right, so one thing that I'm noticing when I'm doing my analysis here is that we have this level. If I'm trading Solana for today, I'm going to be watching the crypto market. This level right here can't seem to break out of this high out of the open. But we also have what's called an order block candle right here, which basically dropped underneath this low, attempted to break lower, and then pushed really dramatically up. So I'm kind of in a no bias situation where we're still sort of respecting this downtrend. We have a bullish response. So what I'm going to be doing is looking for either a break over this high, which can take longs, or if we want to fail underneath this level, then I'll look to take shorts on the day. But we pretty much have a story to be told where the market could be moving higher or lower. Overall, it's important to remember if the market isn't giving you a bias, you don't have to just throw yourself into a bias. You just have to know that you're waiting for something to confirm to then show you where you think the market's going to go for the day. You don't have to force anything. Today's a no bias day, so we're going to see what develops from that and then how we can navigate it. Okay, so now I want to see this move being made. We're going to have some sort of resistance in here. So this could fail off of this higher time frame gap and come all the way back down and be a fake out, which I'm fine with. But this is now producing momentum into this area, which if we can get this next candle to close, can open up a really good opportunity for us to take a trade into here. All right, so we're in long on that first fill level here. I basically missed my ability to do a post-only order, so I paid so much in fees and slippage. Already at a big disadvantage here, part of being a trader. Now let's see if we can get a nice move out of this. We need to be able to break this level and be able to place higher, right? We have that temporary momentum out of this level. Now we need to see if that's gonna hold. Come on, we're sitting there right at that level now. I mean, traditionally, I lose the first trade of most sessions, which is funny. Nice push now. But we still got to be able to break out of this whole area, so it's still a heavy area of resistance. So I have my risk reduced because technically we produced a close over this high, and that is my trading rule. It looks like we're getting a little bit of momentum back to the downside. So if I take a contained loss in this, this is fine. It's just going to allow us to potentially be able to take a short position on the day if we want to flip the bias. Now we do have some economic news coming up. We have inflation news at 2, and then we have a federal interest rate decision here at 2 o'clock in the afternoon as well. So it's going to be a wacky afternoon, depending on what we expect. The expectation is the rates either stay where they're at or actually potential discussions of them increasing, which definitely is going to be harmful to the crypto market. So play to the downside if we get that news of rate hikes. So I'm going to be taking that into consideration. But for now, we have a risk-free trade. Let's see if it plays out. All right, so I'm all out of this trade or break even, but I paid a bunch in fees, so it's going to be a loss. So I'm going to go ahead and book this in as my first trade. Goal is, once again, to allow momentum in our direction, find good technical areas, and whether it plays out in our favor or not, we don't care. We just want to be able to execute the strategy as we know it. So what I'm going to be looking for now is to see if this can actually break down and reject off of this area, and then look to take potentially the opposite side of the market. So I think we can get a big sell-off if the interest rate decision doesn't work out, which I think could probably happen. So we'll log this, see how much we lost, and go on to the next trade. All right, so I'm taking an opposite direction trade. We kind of broke down and rejected off of this area. That's where we took the first loss out of the gate. What I noticed is we broke underneath what's called a liquidity inflection level. So this is the level that price kind of couldn't break underneath. And now we came up to test the opposite side of it into our fair value gap that is inside this 61.8 zone of this move here. So I'm hoping that this is a high impact area. If price is going to roll for the session and continue to make its move down, it should be able to respect this level nicely. Now we'll see if we get a response. We're starting to get some movement on this now. We got an initial response off of that area, which is great. Now we got to see if this level is going to break. If it doesn't break right here, it's probably going to come up and stop us out here. But if it does break this level, it's going to look really, really good for our position. So we're kind of at that like make or break point. I kind of want to reduce my stop loss just over this high here. I'm going to trim a little bit of risk off of this position. So we did break this little temporary structure at least, which is a good thing to see, but we're still definitely not in the clear. We had to break this previous level, which was respected a bunch here. Yeah, it's a good sign, but definitely not in the clear still. We need this level to break. If we can break this level and this low, price should be able to sell off quite dramatically. So hopefully we get that. So what's really going on here is that we have basically just draws in liquidity, which is going to want to move the market either in this direction or up back to this direction. We're technically trending down, but it's whether or not this hugely difficult level to break to the downside breaks, or if it's going to follow probably a slightly lower path of resistance to the upside, which is why I was long out of the gate this morning. When you have an order block candle where basically it sweeps a low and then closes really, really bullish, that's just a very, very strong area. So that's why I'm slightly reduced risk down to this point. I'm hoping we can break underneath this level to reduce risk fully. If we break back up to this side, I'll just continue to take longs because that's going to indicate to me that we probably finally broke out of this actual level here and that we can find a trade opportunity to the upside. Okay, in trading, you just kind of have to be dynamic and reactive and not get so upset with trying to predict the market and then the market doesn't move in your direction. It's better to just respond off of what the information is telling you at the moment and then see what can happen with the trade from there. So this very well may come up through this level, in which case we'll flip our bias. What the fuck was that? Did something fundamental happen? I'll take it. That's a great move. Oh my god. Bro, what? Imagine I took it off like, yeah, it's not really working out. You know, it crossed my mind too, which is the funny part. Okay, this is really, really volatile though, so this could come all the way back up. So I'm really not like counting anything out. All I'm gonna do is follow risk procedure. I'm reducing my risk here so I can cover myself. That's by my rule break underneath this low. And now I'm gonna check what fundamental stuff we have. Looks like something happened maybe on Truth Social. And we're all the way back. That's why I don't get too excited with stuff like this, because now we're back at entry and it's probably going to come up and stop us out for break even after that big move. But the thing is, you have to be really patient with trading. So like, I have to just accept that whatever happens, I'm just kind of being patient, letting the trade play out. And this is sort of just part of that. Like I said, I don't get too excited when you see moves like that because that happens. So break even trade again. We got a really good move, but didn't get a continuation. So let's see if we can break this level and play back to the long side now. Just paying fees today so far. So right now I'm going to go out to my rooftop pool, get some sun, let the market chill out until we start leading up to the interest rate decision. And then I'm going to have other trade opportunities. It's going to be a lot of volatility late into the afternoon. So I'm going to step away, get some air, and then we'll go on and look for trade number 3. Okay, so we just had the news come out for the Fed press conferences and the interest rate decision. Rates ended up staying the same. So basically what I do when there's big news events like this is I play the market a little bit more based off of volatility. So I keep my positions a little bit open. I had this level drawn since this morning. This was that area earlier that I was trying to tap into. So I wanted to see how price would come down and respond off of that. Once we saw a response off of this low level here, all right, I ended up resubmitting my previous order to see if we could get this to push all the way back up. And what I'm trying to do now is to see if I can effectively target this point right here, because price is going to now want to be drawn for the day into this level if we are to get momentum. So I'm trying to play this a little bit wider here. It's a little bit different than what I'm normally doing, but when there's massive fundamental news like this, I want to play it a little bit more risk on. So you can see this also came right down into that previous day low level. So I knew this was a huge support level. I just wasn't able to get in further down. So that's why I'm up here at that previous area at this consolidation zone. Okay, but what I'm going to be targeting is at least this equal high zone up to here. If not, if this wants to run, this is going to allow me to get to previous day high, in which case I should have a really sizable position here, just sort of leveraging the news a bit. So let's see if we can get a push up through this gap now. We might get resistance off of this, so I might just end up coming all the way back down. I am going to set my stop to break even again. So basically this is a risk-free trade. We have our Fed conference coming up in 7 minutes, which is probably going to nuke this crazy interest rate decision trade that I took, or it's going to make it a crazy day. So we're going to find out in 7 minutes here. I'm trying to be patient here. I always have trouble with patience, so I'm trying to make this like a completely life-changing day. Hopefully we lock it in. Just locked in partials here. Reason I'm taking partials is because this is going to be that high level for the day. And I want to see if we can break over this for sure and run at previous day highs, which I think we can. But also that's a fair value gap here and a high resistance area clearly earlier on the day. So I wanted to take off partials here. In a way, I guess I wasn't revenge trading, but I was trying to see like this was a hugely important area in the market earlier today. And so when I saw price dip through that and then slingshot back through that, I really wanted to get a piece of this move and just be able to play underneath the low. But I absolutely fat fingered the trade and took way too much size. I think I was sizing off of the original position and then ended up just getting momentum and playing into it. So basically I was risking a couple risk factors on the day, to be honest. It ended up just playing out in our direction so far. So let's see if the rest can run. I'm going to put my stop loss underneath this low here. So we basically have a ton of profit already locked in. And now it's just about letting this run to see what today turns into. I don't know. Let's see if we can make it a massive runner. All right, so taking profit here was clearly a good idea. We were able to lock in the first part of our order, and then I just put my stop loss here, which tagged it, and now price is all the way down through the entry. So we got a little pop from the fundamentals, and it was nice to play, but it didn't end up running to be a mega Goliath trade, which is all right because we still were able to lock in about 6.2 risk factors off of 2,000, which puts us right around 12.4 for the day or on this trade. And then if we look at our day view so far, we took 2 paper cuts, basically just losses on fees and slippage, and then we had this really big news driven trade. So we're basically up over our daily goal at 11K. I'm going to look for another trade here while I go to the gym. And then we'll see if I'm in a trade while I go to the gym, I'll let it run. And then we have dinner here in a few hours. So maybe I have 1 or 2 more trades here as I'm getting ready for dinner, going to the gym. But if something amazing pans out, then we have a good opportunity. Otherwise, I really don't want to force any trades for the sake of it. So let's see if we can maybe double our goal today, but we're just going to be finding good trades. So I had to wait for Asia session to get geared up. I just came home from dinner. I'm trying to take a trade here just off of this structural change. I really didn't get any trade opportunities this afternoon. We just kind of had a really big sell-off after the FOMC meeting. So basically what I'm seeing here is that we have this pretty significant structural shift to the downside here. And we also have price rejecting off of this higher time frame fair value gap and into this area. So if I get resistance off of here, this could be really good to the downside if it breaks through it. then looks like it's just going to continue to move away from me for the day. So let's see if we can get a response here now. See, all I can ask for is a technical response. The market still has to push lower. All I'm looking for is a technical response, which we're getting. That's how you know you're picking the right areas. Notice how this fib here from this swing point is coming up exactly to that 61.8 into that area. And we also have this fair value gap sitting right in here. Can't really see it, that we have a bearish fair value gap right in here. We got some good technicals. Doesn't mean the trade's going to win, but means that it's a good setup. Nice move, exactly what we wanted to happen. Change of character confirmation, 61.8, beautiful entry. Exact entry off liquidity inflection level. Now we're coming back down to this low. All right, that's also at the midpoint of this gap here. So it's a little tricky of a situation because this is going to be a heavy support area off of this level. So we are kind of going risk on, assuming that this is going to reject here. So what I'm going to do is just drop my risk down to break even at this point. I don't really want to take another loss for the day. And we have this as a crazy bullish area. I'm not going to play a game where if we start to react off of this, that I want to have a battle between these two areas. All I want to do is see if this is going to fail that level, in which case we can draw down lower to this level, and that's going to get me a nice 1 to 4. Otherwise, I'll be happy to just get out on the day with another paper cut and end up over my daily goal. So let's see. I expect support off this level, but if we break it, like I said, it's going to be a big move down. All right, so price came up and stopped us out for break even. So I'm going to call it a day. It's about 10. I'm just wrapping up some work here. I have a busy day tomorrow, so I'm just kind of working a little bit late. But overall, said and done, with all of my trades so far, we basically had a 25% win rate. We only really won one trade, and the rest of the trades kind of just were going for a break even. So I was collecting fees along the way. I was able to hit 10,500 in profit at the end of the day. And once again, the most important thing that I like to showcase to you guys with these videos is that all I'm doing is opening myself up to opportunity and keeping risk contained. And with most trading strategies, that's going to be the name of the game. Not worrying about if you're right, not worrying about if your ideas are working, rather if you're making money at the end of the day. Today was a little bit of a crazy day with the news, and some of the opportunities almost played out, a little bit unlucky here and there. But overall, you guys can see the opportunities coming in real time and how, if those play out, it's really easy to capitalize on. If you're still here, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you want to know when I put other videos out. You can check out our team right here if you're looking to trade with us each and every day and learn from me directly. But yeah, guys, until next time, I will see you all in the next video.